Welcome to the 1 year ceramic coatings Jax Wax full wash week 15. I'm showing using chemicals 45 milliliters for rinseless, 30 milliliters for the soap, but in the end I double the soap and it's still not the best. Okay, so getting into the wash, I'm spraying on here and it's pretty thin at 1 ounce to a litre or 32 ounces. And I'm going to spray the whole thing anyway and just see what it looks like, but it's parting a bit like the Red Sea. Not overly favoured for me, but maybe it's good for some. So it depends on the ceramic coating on your car. This is over a fast period of time. Then I'm going to come back and spray it again, this time with double the amount of foam in it. Making sure it was a thick foam, but it certainly wasn't stuck in there at the bottom. I usually put the container into. It is slightly thicker, but it's really slight. You can see it holding slightly better on the DIY detail side. So I'm gonna come around, speed that up a little bit again, so I can then move on to washing it off with the rinseless, which is interesting. It washes off very well. In fact, if you give it long enough, it'll just fall off, but it's washing off, no foam left in any areas, etc. The rinseless is going on, and it's also taken off the foam. After going through the process of taking off the foam, I'm then going to go and grab my container with a gallon of rinseless and a wash mitt, nice green one, the noodle style, not everyone's favorite. It doesn't wet out and it doesn't feel too lubricating either. Not specifically sure how good the rinseless is, but I'm using it. On the dry off, it doesn't feel very lubricating again. So far, not impressed. This might be the first week I'm just going to have to say I certainly would not recommend Jax Wax soap and rinseless combination. I dry down my normal method, which is pre-dry and then a finishing cloth. Just quickly try the water, but the water is as coarse as it was before, coming down very slowly for my liking. So I'm going to move along. After just quickly drying that off, to the other side. So I have what's left from within what was there. As I said, it's still coming out thin. I'm just running out the top there. Obviously, I used a bit more than I thought I did on the other side because it's so thin. I had a very fast section just before I went back in with that. As I said, it would literally be falling off if you left it long enough. As it comes to the foam sticking in any joints or anything, no, I don't see any of that. This is very, very easy to get off indeed, whether it was rinseless or water, which they could almost be the same thing with Jax Wax. Never used something quite so poor currently, but I'm going to go back on with the wash noodle If it was actually going to feel okay, I think wash noodles tend, because they're microfiber, they tend to feel good if lubricated well. And the specific one, not lubricating well at all. I don't like that at all. So I'm finishing that off, and then I'm going to move straight on to drying out. Pre-drying towel out as per normal. Once I've pre-dried, I'm then going to move on to my WMD drying towel. Just to make sure. Here we go. Windows first. And in drying off, it really doesn't feel any better than water currently. Not particularly sure why it's a poor, but it is for me. You may of course like it and find it good. I personally don't. This is probably a polymer rinseless or something like that. And doing the water test again and seeing the same problems as previous week. Actually spraying on some DIY detail T56-1 because believe it or not, that feels a lot better when I'm getting down onto the doors where I've put it. Okay, moving on to the application. I'm doing this both sides. I'm only going to show the one side. I've just sprayed it off with rinseless and I'm just washing it off. It is the next day in the morning. There isn't anything on it. It hasn't been anywhere. Dust at the most. Just drying off with the towel before I carry on with the application. So I come out with my 3 spots on, not too much, and I'm going to make about 3 passes, something like that. Do it like top and bottom, starting on the back door with Rhino. If this works, I'll be surprised, but it may work. I just think the coatings don't have anything else left, but we'll try it. I will do the other side too, just to make it even, but I'm not going to bother to record it. Spray on with a bit of rinseless and dry off and remove the app. Then I'm going to move on to the other door. Obviously don't need more app on, so I'm just going to carry on going through. Next, quick spray and a dry down again, just to make sure all the app is off. Now coming on to the water test on DIY side, and as you can see, it has become a sheetier product. The same with Rhino on the back, except Rhino is looking pretty bad. Let's go back and have another quick look from the DIY side, just to see how it's sheeting. This is actually at real time. and that's it. I'm going to dry up. Well, looks like app didn't help. I can tell you also on the other side it didn't do too much for it either. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hype the video, and next week I think we'll do our final wrap up. Goodbye.